Before we get into it, as always, remember to like the video. Press that button, press that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel, please. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. You can always unsubscribe later if you don't enjoy the videos, or you can just leave it, yeah? Just leave it subscribed. Go on. It helps out more than you know. It pushes the videos out there more. The more likes the videos get, the more reach the videos have. So press the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Lucky Leeds in Lilac, staying up on the final day, of course. Here we are, still a Premier League team for next season. I'm here in my lilac top, the lucky lilac top, I guess. I can't believe it. I was resigned to the fact that Leeds were going down, so much so that I had written notes on a relegation video. I'd made the thumbnail for the relegation video, which I'll just put here, just so it goes to some use, I guess. I don't need it anymore. I don't need that thumbnail. I don't need those notes I made. I'll still use a few points from the video in this, I guess, but it's a completely different video now. We stayed up and we won. We won on the final day away at Brentford in London, I guess. I guess it's still London. Nobody thought we could do it. Every single content creator, every single pundit was saying that Leeds are going to go down. Apart from the Leeds ones, obviously. They were saying that we had a chance. I think Simon Jordan on TalkSport as well was the one that said we had a sniff, I think was his words, of staying up. But we did the unthinkable and stayed up in the Lilac kit, which we are unbeaten in. Played 4, won 2, drawn 2. Was that a conscious decision maybe? Because we could have played in the dark blue shirt, the dark blue kit, but we chose the Lilac kit and we won. The fans at that game were incredible. That corner of the stand, they kept the players going. They kept pushing them through the game. Joe Gellart was unlucky to be a shoulder offside. I can't wait for him to have more game time next season. He's been really bright and he deserved more game time. If he had the chances that Tyler Roberts or Rodrigo had this season, we wouldn't have been in a relegation battle. A slip up in concentration in the defence for Brentford's goal, but ultimately a draw would have been enough. We decided to go for the win anyway, because I saw that there were rumours going around the stadium that Burnley had equalised and made it 2-2, so we would have had to have won then. But we didn't need to, but we didn't want to risk it, which is fair enough. It made it better that we won on the final day. We had luck on our side as well, which we haven't had a lot of this season at all. Loads of decisions have been going against us, loads of penalties not given. No argument over this penalty, however. That was a stone wall penalty. Rafinha with balls of steel to do that stuttery run up, the stutter before the kick, sent the keeper the wrong way. What a guy, what a guy. And if that's his send-off, thank you very much, Rafinha. And also a lucky deflection on Jack Harrison's shot at the end to seal the win. What a game. We are safe. And hopefully the board are going to learn from this. They need to learn from this. You have to constantly improve in this division. If you don't improve, you go backwards. If you improve a little bit, you stay still. You have to keep improving just to stay still. You need to improve a lot to move forward. So hopefully this summer they're going to do that. It seems like we're already on the way to improving. We've agreed a fee with Salzburg for Brendan Aronson, who we tried to get in January, but they wanted to keep him for the Champions League. But it seems like he is on his way to Leeds United. I've also been linked with Calvin Ramsey from Aberdeen, who is a right back. I spoke to my friend Michael, who's Scottish, and he said he's a great young player who will eventually be an asset for the Scottish national team, and he'll be a great signing for Leeds all in all. I don't know much about him personally, but right back is somewhere we need to improve. There's lots of players now in our squad in their early 30s, and I think it's time to start the regeneration process of the team, where we'll start to see some of them like Adam Forshaw, Matthias Klick, Luke Ayling start to drop to the bench, and younger players are coming in and they're there for the experience and to guide them along and to come off the bench in important moments. Phil Hay of The Athletic has also said that we are in talks with a Premier League striker. There's no mention yet of who that Premier League striker is going to be, but there is lots of speculation, as you would expect. with Leeds United and any transfer window. Something that Leeds United transfer rumours do have is that the same players come up over and over and over again. So the speculation of this striker is obviously Eddie Nketiah. He's not going to be staying at Arsenal. There's rumours going around everywhere. I don't particularly want him, but watch this now, he'll sign and he'll be our top scorer. So we'll see. There's rumours of him. Emmanuel Dennis potentially is a rumour as well, but whether he's classed as a Premier League striker now, I'm not sure. I just hope that us signing a new striker, which we do really need, doesn't mean that Joffy gets less game time. Hopefully us signing a new striker will still give him the game time that he needs to improve. Maybe that means we're going to see the start of the 4-2-2-2 formation at Leeds, which means Joffy would get more game time because there'd be two strikers, so he'd be coming off the bench or maybe starting and someone else would come off the bench. Something we do need is a central midfielder or two or three. Aronson, yes, he is a central midfielder, but he's more of a central attacking midfielder. But we need someone, or some two, is that a phrase? No, it is now. One or two players that can play more centrally instead of more attacking central. To play next to Calvin, hopefully he will stay and sign a new contract. I'll go into that more later on. 2017 was the year, and Adam Forshaw was the player that we last signed as a central midfielder, which is not good enough. We need two players that are younger and ready to go straight into the first team. Lewis Bate, although he's going to be a great player, he's not ready just yet. He might get more game time next season, but he is still very young. So we need someone, or two players, as I said, that are ready to play first team football. Also an older goalkeeper, a more experienced goalkeeper that can push Illan Meslier on and guide him and give him knowledge and experience. Because although Klaassen looked great when he came on against Wolves, there's still a lack of confidence that having a 19-year-old on the bench, you need someone with a bit more experience, I think. We've got lots of players coming back from loan as well. Cody Drama from Cardiff, Leif Davis from Bournemouth, Edmondson from Port Vale. Will he get a shout as a striker? And Mateusz Bogus coming back from injury after he came back from his lovely season in Ibiza. That's just to name a few as well. What will happen with those? Will they get a shot in the first team? I'd quite like to see Cody Drama, Leif Davis, Mateusz Bogus around the first team. There was a lot of hype over Bogus when he came in. Will they play a part, or will they go back out on loan for another season, or ultimately be sold? Who knows? We'll see. Speaking of sold, it pains me to say this, but Rafinha is probably going to leave. And he's dragged us through this season. He's done it. He's kept us up mainly. Yes, other players have had important roles, but it's sad. It's sad to see him go. It's always going to be Leeds. We've rejected a 46 million bid from Barcelona, or around that fee, apparently. I reckon we'll be aiming for upwards of 60 million to make sure we get the money's worth. And us staying in the Premier League means we can name a price now, and we don't have to go off relegation release clauses of 25 million. But yeah, he's dragged us through this season, and he deserves to go on and play in the Champions League. He's good enough. He deserves it. Keeping Premier League status also means that hopefully we can keep Calvin Phillips and tie him down to a new contract. We don't know what's going to happen with that one, but hopefully there will be more clarity in the next couple of weeks, or when they come back from their holidays. I think we should build the team around him and eventually make him captain. That's the dream, but if a Man City come calling with a 50 million or so bid, that's going to properly test the board whether they want to keep him or cash in. Hopefully they'll keep him. I'm not sure on my maths exactly, but I think it's 75 days until the new season starts. That's really not a long time. So I'm glad that the wheels are in motion on getting new players in. We always seem to leave it late. We always seem to wait until the last week of the transfer window to get our players in. So I'm glad that we're starting to do it early. We're learning. We're getting the players in as soon as possible so they can get to grips with Jesse Marsch's system. Hopefully it works. Hopefully we get the right players and the right amount of players that we need to push on in the Premier League and hopefully I'd take a boring mid-table season over a relegation scrap any day for this year. I'm glad I don't have to make that relegation video and answer the questions that I'd written. We don't have to worry about selling players on the cheap like Rafinha for 25 million, Calvin for 30 million or so, and all the other players that we'd have to sell. But whilst the board are working on signings and working on ways to improve for next season, the fans, we can enjoy that final day. We can enjoy the win, done the Leeds United way. Would we expect anything else? That was for the fans, and that was for Marcelo Bielsa, who I hoped was in Argentina somewhere watching that game with a smile on his face, knowing that he has played a massive part in Leeds United's history. Cheers. See you in the next one.